This video, we're going to talk about song arrangements. You can see right here on the playlist next to the song name in square brackets, it says worship. All of our songs have this square brackets worship. That is a song arrangement. And if you want to see what the arrangement is and what the available arrangements are for a song, you can come over here, and this is the top of the song here. In the menu bar at the top of the song, you've got a number of icons on the right. This one that has like 3 boxes with arrows on top and right, that's arrangement. And now, as you probably know, songs are made up of, you can think of them being made up as different pieces. You've got like a chorus, verses, and then there's other more complicated stuff like bridges, less common things like interludes. But an artist can arrange those building blocks in different orders and even repeat some. So, for instance, you could start with a verse and then go to a pre-chorus and a chorus and then go to a second verse. But instead of doing a new chorus, you just go back and do the same chorus you've already done. And so the nice thing about ProPresenter is you can create the minimum amount of building blocks, so your one chorus, and then you can arrange them in different orders, and you can have multiple arrangements. So we typically use one called worship. You may see one called baptism. That's generally a longer arrangement that is played during the background of baptisms, but worship is our default. And so you probably won't have to mess with this a bunch, but say right before a service, they decide to not do this chorus at the end, you can just click that X next to the chorus. Or then they say, no, we're going to do that again. You just take it from this top row here, this is your building blocks, and you drag it into the second row. This is your arrangement. And then you can see that. And then we do have two special ones that we use. It's called blank and background. Background should always be the first one. And this is a slide that all it does is put this background image on it so that when you click on it, it puts your background up. This box here on the right, top right, is your preview of what's going up on the stage. And the reason we need this is because, say we didn't have this background one and we just started with the verse, then um, the image would be here. And say we had an arrangement where they did go back to the first verse, then picture you had a background here. The next time you got to the verse, because this is the same slide, just repeated, you would also have the background here. And if it's a background that is moving, then people, when you clicked on it, the background would essentially restart, and the people would see a jump in the movement. So we want to avoid that, and so we have a pre-slide, if you will. It's just for backgrounds. And the other special one is blank. If there's a long pause in between sections, in between segments, like here in between chorus and verse 2, we'll put a blank slide in, and that allows you to remove all the lyrics from the display. It tells the ProPresenter person, operator, and it tells the people in the audience that there's nothing coming up immediately. And then we can put the next slide up when the words appear. And then it's not uncommon. You'll see blank in the middle of a song sometimes, maybe not, depending on the song, but you'll always see it at the end because there's always some transition, maybe a prayer, maybe someone's talking, but we just want to get rid of those words after they're sung, but still maintain that background for continuity until the next thing happens. So we'll always end with a blank. And that is how you manage arrangements. When you are setting up the playlist, you always want to just double check song 1 has worship, song 2 has an arrangement, song 3 has an arrangement, song 4 has an arrangement. That's always something you want to check when you're setting this up so whoever's operating that week doesn't get surprised and have to jump around.